Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be trying out and reviewing the Lekato Wireless Guitar System, and we're going to be seeing how far this thing can really go. Okay, so here are the two wireless jacks neatly packed with the USB charging lead. The first thing I noticed actually was that the jack tips actually rotate a fair bit, making it ideal for plugging in and packing away once you're done with them. On most wireless systems, the transmitters and receivers aren't that well labelled, but even a complete beginner would be able to understand these leads due to their symbols on the devices. You can plug the receiver into the input of your pedal board and then the transmitter goes into your guitar, or you can have it go directly into your amp. If you really wanted to, you could even have it come from your pedal chain output and into your amp input. Okay, so I thought it was kind of necessary that we have a look at the difference in audio between the wireless system and a typical Fender Jack Lead. So let's give them both a listen. Okay, so you can definitely hear a bit of a difference, at least from a trained ear, between the Fender Jack Lead and the Lekato wireless system. It's definitely a little bit more muffled and got a little bit less kick to it, and obviously the volume, as you can hear, is slightly dipped when you're using this system. However, when you remember the price of this being only £30 for a wireless system, it's honestly not that big of a deal. The only time you'd really need to worry about that is if you're in a big venue, or if you haven't got the tools to kind of contradict the quality that this is hiding. But once again, this is only 30 quid, so it's pretty amazing for that price. Okay, so to test the distance, I'm going to do two tests. One is putting the amp in my room and seeing how far into my garden I can get through walls. And the second test, I'm going to put my amp downstairs at the front door and see how far down the street I can get. That way there's no walls in between. Let's see how it goes. As I start to leave the conservatory, the connection starts to crackle like this. I measured it and it was roughly 35 feet as the crow flies, but to make it fair I added 10 foot for every wall and floor the connection went through, which brought it to a rough total of 65 feet. Okay, now onto the direct connection. I think my neighbours looked at me one gone as I casually took my guitar out for a walk, but that's beside the point. I got to around 105 foot before it started to crackle again like last time, and then I had to make the embarrassing 105 foot walk back down the street whilst holding a guitar. Not the best life experience I've ever had. Okay, so to round that up, I managed to get 105 feet away from the receiver before having any connection problems. And for those that can't tell distances in feet, it's pretty far. Sweet, so to conclude our little review and product test of the Lekato wireless guitar system, overall I'm really happy with it, to be fair, especially for the fact that it's only £30 odd off of Amazon. I was really surprised that I was able to get this thing to go all the way up my street, to be honest, like 105 feet. It's really impressive for something that's this cheap. So to end up my review of this little product here, I think it's definitely worth the money, especially if you haven't got the money to buy a big and expensive wireless system. This is ideal for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.